Okay, I figure I've gone this far. I might as well show you the last Crown Vic I have. Turn this down. This is a car I didn't really plan on selling. Sorry the video is not going to be that great because it's at night, but I'm just doing a little quick thing in it. This one actually is one that came with a lot of equipment in it, and it's got the center console still, the whole thing. It's got a lot of the lights and stuff. I'll show you. It does have a computer mount, and a little blue light here that's kind of cool that lights up stuff. I've just got a tablet, like a Samsung tablet. I got a GPS here. This has got an armrest out of one of the Tauruses, which was really nice, so I like it. Moves around, folds up and down, swivels. This car has a you can't really see it. Let me turn the dome light on. It has a Lincoln Town Car back seat, which this is my daily mainly. I've been driving the Taurus a lot more since Roxanne is, oops, turn the wrong lights on. I used to drive this car again. This car was my daily all the time. It's got about 146,000, a little over, which is more miles than I like to sell a car with, especially a Crown Vic, because it's just, I don't know. I know people sell them with 200,000 miles, 300,000 miles. I get them with anywhere from 70,000 miles. Ooh, I gotta get gas soon. To maybe 110,000 miles. That's kind of like the sweet spot to get a car from a police department. I buy the cars through a website. I don't go to an auction to buy them. I actually do it online, like a proxy bid type thing. I might tell you what it is later, or put a link in the description. But I've gotten pretty good at reading what the cars are about, what they've been through, what departments they've been in. I don't like buying black and whites because they're usually kind of beat, because they're beat cars. They're made for police officers, you know, maybe 20 different officers, and that car's driving and running 24 hours a day almost. I bet the service intervals are more often sometimes missed, sometimes ignored. I like getting I don't mind getting traffic cars, but I don't like to get just a regular black and white police car. They've been, for lack of a better term, kind of junk. I need to put new windshield wipers on this. Of course, it's the beginning of the winter, so everything needs to get new wipers. But anyways, I'm just gonna do a short little thing on. He barely made that. Whoa, that guy totally ran the red. This is, I'm selling this car now only because I'm kind of phasing out of the Crown Vics, which I might go back. There was kind of a little bit of a I'll do a little pull with it real quick here. This does have the overrun pulley on the alternator, which I actually like. A lot of people don't like that sound. It's like a whirring, not a turbo sound, it's just a weird whirring sound, almost like a power steering pump low on fluid. But I like it because I've never thrown a belt while driving aggressively or spirited. Because these cars, especially this one, because it has a little bit of a shift kit, a stall converter, and a rebuilt severe duty clutch pack transmission rebuild. If I let off the gas just before it would normally shift under wide open throttle, it will shift hard enough to bark the tires. And at those times where I've had one car that didn't have the overdrive or overrun pulley, which actually kind of has a restricted bearing in it, I've actually thrown a belt on one of these cars during a really aggressive shift. And you can actually hear the belt chirp, which sounds kind of neat. I mean, it gives the impression that, I've got LED headlights on this, LED spotlight, LED front light bar, LED, I got a lot of LEDs on the front of this, nothing on the back. This car has been driven pretty hard. I'm not gonna say I've intentionally abused it. I definitely maintain or over maintain my cars, but this car, the miles that are on it, I got this car with just about 120,000 miles, so I never really had any intention of selling it, because that's just past that sweet spot where most of the maintenance has been done on these cars. About 80,000 miles is the last maintenance that they really go through and maybe do brakes, struts, air conditioning, hoses. If you get a car that's got well over 100,000 miles, for one, they retire these at roughly about 100,000 miles. Some departments don't, but the main larger departments do basically expect to get the full use and operational reliability out of these cars up to just about 100,000 miles. So if you get a car that's got 150,000 miles on it, that more than likely was not maintained by fleet services from the police department or DOT. Oh my gosh, there's so many people just walking across the street without any reflective gear, and they're not at a crosswalk or even at an intersection. So anyways, so I don't really think it's advantageous to a buyer, to the consumer, to purchase a car that's got well over 100,000 miles on it. Between 80 and 100,000 miles is really truly the sweet spot to have the car purchased. Somebody's just on my ass, so I just kind of wanted to get out in front of them. I was in their way. So anyways, yeah, this car I am gonna sell, but it has like all the equipment on it. It has a lot of upgrades, Optima battery, brand new tires. Not even the police tires, they're like a really ultra high performance tire. I'm not even saying that as being goofy, that's the name of the tires. I mean, they're made by Goodyear, which is the same company that makes a lot of the police pursuit issue tires, but these are really, I think the front and rear tires on this would normally be the front tires only on like a ZR1 Vet, and maybe the rear tires or front tires on like an NSX, really ultra high performance car. I got a super deal on them at an auction. They were new old stock, so they're really good tires. They're a little bit lower profile than I'd like. They're about a 45 series. These cars basically sit and ride the way they should on a 50 to 60 series tire. So these are a little bit thin on the sidewall on a 17-inch rim, but they were dirt cheap and they're really awesome tires. So, but this car I wasn't planning on selling, but I'm kind of phasing out and getting into the Taurus. Is not necessarily going to be, I don't buy them and sell them as a business. It's just a hobby, and if I make money off of them, great. If I don't, they're really durable cars. I know a lot about them. I've worked on a lot of them. I can follow a lot of the ins and outs of them and read the cars really well just by pictures on the internet when I'm doing these auctions. So the Tauruses are really super pricey. Go ahead. These cars I can get for anywhere between $400 or $500. Need a lot of work for a parts car, or maybe just get a runner to sell cheap, and maybe double my money if I really clean it good. Or if I spend between 15 to 25 on a really nice one with low miles that's been maintained, by a department that's really large and is in a low crime area, maybe a small suburb, you can get a car with like 80 or 90,000 miles on it that still looks and smells new. Or like a highway patrol car, has a lot of miles on it, but they don't transport. They use local law enforcement to come pick up. People don't know that, but a highway patrol or state trooper normally does not have, they might have a cage in their car, sometimes they don't. They normally don't have the plastic, nasty, hard, I like to call the ass soup bowl seats, because they're basically hard plastic and they're like two big salad bowls to catch all the ass you could ever want from whatever person you have in the back, good, bad, or indifferent. I've cleaned out some cars, let me tell you. Oof, you need a tetanus shot just to look at them. But the highway patrols and detective cars, state trooper cars, are really a step above in the cleanliness department. So this car is definitely not one of the cars that was really clean. It was very intact and very good, and it's seemed like it was maintained very well. It had a bad transmission when I got it, so I got it dirt cheap. But this one I'm just gonna sell to see if I can get my money out of it that I want. I don't want to sell it, so it's not like I'm gonna give it away if somebody doesn't give me what I want. I'm just gonna keep it and run it until it's dead. I love the car. So just letting you know about, this is the last of the V8 Interceptors I'm probably gonna have for a while, except for here and there just to dabble if I get a car I really want. So I'll talk to you later.